Hope is tied to a future event based on unidentifiable truth. Now, let me explain this for a second. By definition, hope is tied to a future event. To want something, to desire something, want something to happen, anticipating something to happen, wanting it to be true. But hope is also found in a present day identifiable truth. It's tied to good evidence. Good hope is tied to good evidence. Here's a small example. In sports, we all hope that our teams will win. For example, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans all of a sudden have hope for winning a Super Bowl this year. And that future hope of a Super Bowl is tied to the fact that we now have a 42-year-old quarterback, the GOAT named Tom Brady. Okay? Is it misguided hope? Absolutely. The guy is 42 years old. But the hope is based in the evidence that he's the greatest quarterback of all time, and he somehow seems to get younger by the year. So there's a little hope. But here's some more serious present-day examples. Some things that we see that are a little bit more serious. We can be hopeful that a coronavirus medicine will come in the future and hope that it comes soon. We're being hopeful that the economy, as we said, will bounce back in the future and come back quickly. And as I said, future hope is tied to a present-day truth. And the amount of hope that we can have is tied to the certainty of that truth. How much hope we have in the Buccaneers winning a Super Bowl is tied to Tom Brady's history, his current playing ability mixed with the Bucs' history, which some say is good enough for an 8-8 season this year. I hope, a hope for a quick cure to the coronavirus is tied to the optimism of pharmaceutical science mixed with the reality of the timeline of how long it takes to approve medicine, to go through tests, which seems to be ever-changing by the day. It varies by the day depending on what you read. And all of that to say, it brings me to think it's fair to say that hope is tied to a future event based on an identifiable truth. And so as we'll see today, our Christian hope, it keeps us moving, it keeps us going, and it's completely tied to the resurrection, the belief that Jesus is alive.